But you smoking hookah. I block a ugly bitch if she asks me what I'm doing. Uncle Ruckus taught me how to fuck, I hate a nigga. Hoes be friendly than a motherfucker, I hate bitches. This rap shit that got me hotter than a transmission. I know a nigga shooting for some bridges like he Ben Simmons. That hoe don't even clean the house, she a rapper there. My own mother, so my fucking
YouTube, what up? And right now we got NBA teammates who hated each other. Shout out to Non-Stop Sports. And I'm just doing of course I gotta do vlogs, I gotta do music reactions, but I also like doing sports. That's really what I like doing the most. It's reacting to sports content. So I say that to say this. If you got a specific sports video you want me to react to, man, just let me know in the comments below. But if you don't request it, just expect for more sports content to be put out there, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm rocking. But this is something a little bit different. So if y'all like the video, man, y'all make sure y'all like the video. If you do subscribe for the first time, man, hit the bell. It's well appreciated. Let's go ahead and get into this video, man, straight up. Oh, shit. Oh.
NBA, where teammates fight for playing time, number of shots, and millions of dollars. Here are the most famous cases of NBA teammates hating each other. Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen. Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I know that's a badass combination. I don't know who thought them two niggas would be cool together, but she already know. Scottie Pippen a straight up hater, bro. That nigga delusional. Even though he from Arkansas, bro, that nigga a hater, bro.
But his chemistry with Barkley,
that nigga a hater. And you know, Charles Barkley, you know, that nigga straight up G.
Because he won 6 championships, and Sir Charles wasn't too happy about that, so they often clashed. As a result, the Rockets got bounced out of the playoffs in the first round, and Barkley called out Scottie for an underwhelming performance because Scottie took the most shots, but shot just 33% for the whole series.
Trash.
He called Barkley fat and fake tough, among other things. And their relationship was heading towards an ugly divorce as Scottie requested a trade and moved to Portland.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't do shit when he got to Portland. I don't know why 2K steady be trying to put Portland Trailblazers, Scottie Pippen Trailblazers on the damn 2K. Nobody playing with them sorry ass niggas, bro.
Fragile mental health. He and the team believed he needed a change of scenery, so they sent him to San Antonio. There, Rodman started to act out and slowly started to transform into the maniacal party animal that he is famous for now. Tattoos, dyed hair, piercings, drinking, and women became a new norm for the Worm, which didn't sit too well with David Robinson, who had an Army background, a neat haircut, no tats, and was living and behaving like a model athlete. Two stars couldn't be more different, and they never liked each other. Dennis thought that Robinson was too soft, while David couldn't stand Rodman being late for practice and not talking to anybody for months, which was destructive for team chemistry. Nikola Miratich and Bobby Portis.
Damn! Hey, shout out to Bobby Portis, man. Lil Rock.
There are media feuds like Shaq and Kobe, or when LeBron
shout out to Bobby Portis
cryptically told Kevin Love to start fitting in. And then there are literal fights between teammates. MJ punched Steve Kerr in the face. Vince Carter body slammed Sam Mitchell to the floor. And Shaq choked out Gordon Girachek to sleep right before a game. In 2017, when they were teammates in Chicago, Nikola Miratich and Bobby Portis got into a fight. Miratich pushed
I remember that.
Before Bobby connected a mean right hook. Miratich fell to the floor.
Oh God, cause Bobby from the E, man. Don't get fucked up. That nigga from the hood.
Incorrigible, even though Portis apologized.
Man, don't play with Bobby like that.
And didn't want to speak to Portis.
Bobby cut like that. He like a KG out here.
Him or Bobby because he didn't want to be around it. Shaq and Kobe. Shaq and Kobe had one of the most famous
to the GOAT, Kobe Brown.
in NBA history, which included fistfights, media slander, and on-court clashes. Their relationships.
But the thing about Kobe though, Kobe and Shaq, they was able to perform well on the court. They was able to win championships. All these other niggas, man, these niggas couldn't win together.
In the '97 playoffs, in the 1998 offseason, as the media pressure was mounting.
That's how cold Kobe was. That's how dominant Shaq was.
Wasn't that impressed with O'Neal anymore. The dynamic duo would go into a yelling match during a pick game, and after they properly trash-talked and cussed each other out, Shaq slapped Kobe across the face, and they're...
You can't play with Kobe like this. You can't play with him like this.
I want to talk to you about an opportunity.
Kobe a gangster.
To be an entrepreneur.
Straight up.
On the internet. And I'm going to tell you something. As an old guy, you're the luckiest guys on earth.
Teammates had to
Kobe a
separate the
gangster.
hotheads. When Phil Jackson joined the team, Shaq got into the best shape of his life, and things were mostly cool between him and Kobe, while the team thrived and won 3 consecutive titles.
Exactly.
After that 3rd title, Shaq was content with his career, and he enjoyed his summer, opting to delay his toe surgery just before the offseason. "I've got hurt on company time, so I'm going to recover on company time," he famously said, and Bryant was furious that he was so unprofessional and that he gained weight. After that, Kobe went on a scoring tear without Shaq and didn't want to become the number 2 option once O'Neal returned to court, so the two started constantly fighting on the court, in the locker room, and over the media. They nearly had another fistfight during the 2004 season, and their lack of team chemistry resulted in a finals loss to the Detroit Pistons. Subsequently, Phil Jackson was fired, and Shaq got traded to Miami. Because of their beef and some personal things Kobe said about his marriage, Shaq wouldn't even acknowledge Kobe when he played against the Lakers.
But Kobe won 2 more rings after that, bro, by himself, bro. Now people be, I just hate how people be trying to knock Kobe, man.
Bryant hated Kobe.
Like, you know how everybody used to have the GOAT comparisons with Kobe and Michael Jordan before LeBron became great. It's like, whenever you want to bring somebody up, somebody gotta be diminished. Like, this nigga Kobe full-fledged, like, beat the odds and won 2 championships, bro. He would have 3-peated it, if whatever, in 2011, 2012.
Long after Parker's 2-year stint with the Lakers was over. And then, of course, is Dwight Howard. Kobe never liked Howard from the start of his career with the Lakers, and neither did Steve Nash, who also clashed with Dwight often. Kobe called Dwight soft when they had an altercation on the court and said he started appreciating Shaq more after his tenure with Howard. Kwame Brown and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan famously drafted Kwame Brown with the first overall pick in the 2001 NBA draft, and then he unretired and became Brown's teammate. The rookie
what?
When the training camp started, they played one-on-one.
He drafted Kwame Brown, then he played with the nigga?
Didn't end well, and Jordan completely flipped the script.
I ain't know Jordan literally drafted the guy, but I know he played for the Wizards, don't get me wrong, I ain't that stupid.
And from that moment on, Jordan started mocking and humiliating Brown in front of his teammates and the media. He was trying to break him down in order for him to grow stronger, but Kwame's confidence was gone.
Yeah, some people you can't play with like that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't respond the same way.
Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen's
That's why being a good leader is you gotta know how to talk to certain kind of people, you know what I'm saying? Some people you can do like that, some people you can't.
The two would stay teammates until 2012, when Ray took his talents to South Beach, after which KG, Pierce, and Rondo all hated him. But for Rondo, the hate started while Ray was still rocking Celtics green, and it was a pure basketball dispute. As Rondo's game evolved and he became an all-star, he was much more ball dominant, and Ray was reduced to a catch-and-shoot role. He also didn't like Rondo's newfound arrogance, and the two had a rocky relationship until Allen left the team. Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins. By his own admission, Jimmy Butler is not easy to deal with. Just like Kobe or MJ, Butler believes in hard work and giving 110% in practice. And he's disgusted with players who don't share the same beliefs. After he led the young Timberwolves to their first playoff berth in 14 years in 2018, Jimmy Butler grew unhappy with Karl Anthony Towns, especially Andrew Wiggins. Their professionalism and playing style rubbed Butler the wrong way, and he wasn't quiet about it. Butler called Towns and Wiggins soft and constantly trash-talked them in practice until his trade request was finally granted. D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young. During the 2016 NBA season, D'Angelo Russell was a brash young rookie and the second pick of the 2015 NBA draft. D'Angelo became good friends with Nick Young on the Lakers, and Russell tried to prank him by recording Young talking about his sexual
I remember that,
including cheating on fiancé Iggy Azalea. Not thinking
that shit shot was lame, I ain't gonna lie.
Foolishly believing it would all be one
that's how them niggas be though, you know what I'm saying? When they be young,
reaching the locker room code.
and they really don't be mature, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get back into the video. My bad, y'all.
Isolated Russell and didn't want to speak to him for a while. Rafer Alston and Jalen Rose. I love Jalen Rose as a man, but he's a terrible teammate. Those were the words of Rafer Alston during an interview in 2021, referring to the one season he spent with Jalen on the Toronto Raptors. Alston, also known as Skip to My Lou, was the point guard who played the best ball of his career with the Raptors, while Rose was on the back end of his career. and their career goals were somewhat different. Alston explained that Rose was extremely selfish, and that he only cared about his numbers, and that he wouldn't play hard on defense if Alston didn't pass him the ball enough. Skip got so mad at Rose during one game against Charlotte that he deliberately didn't pass him the ball the entire game, and openly admitted it was due to Jalen's bad habits during the season. The two got into an argument, never liked each other, even though Alston praised Rose's attitude and character off the court. After Alston's interview, Jalen Rose admitted that Skip was absolutely right, and that he was just trying to milk another contract for himself by scoring a bunch of points. Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning,
Keep it all the way 100.
luck in the lottery enabled them to pick power forward Larry Johnson with the first overall pick in 1991, and center Alonzo Mourning was the second overall pick in 1992. Johnson got there first. He won Rookie of the Year, opposed to Mourning, and he believed that he was the top dog on the young Hornets team. The Hornets thought so too, because they signed him to an $84 million deal, which rubbed them
Man,
the
that
wrong
ain't
way,
shit.
because
That ain't shit. That shit be crazy how players getting paid right now.
and their struggle for domination and the alpha dog label derailed the team. By the end of 1996, both of them were out of Charlotte, and they hated each other's guts ever since. Their beef culminated in the 1998 playoffs between Larry's Knicks and Mourning's Miami Heat. After several playoff clashes and years of bad blood, the two players had a major fight on the court. Even though none of their shots landed, their altercation became legendary after a 5'9" Knicks coach, Jeff Van Gundy, tried to stop the fight and ended up grabbing Mourning's leg and clinging onto it for dear life. James Harden and Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard had left a bad taste in everyone's mouth when he left Orlando to go to Los Angeles. And it was the same when he left LA to sign with the Rockets. However, old habits die hard, and in Houston, Dwight was still demanding touches in the post despite not being an elite post player, and was still goofing around in the locker room while nobody found his antics funny. Houston, we got a problem, James Harden said. The Beard couldn't stand Dwight anymore. And by the end of Howard's stint in Texas, he and Harden were not on speaking terms. A similar thing happened with Harden and Chris Paul, who also weren't speaking in their second year together. And Harden used his...
That James Harden and Chris Paul, man, that duo was really good. But James Harden, bro, he be getting mad and shit when he don't be performing in the playoffs and shit, bro. He be finding somebody to blame, bro. I ain't gonna lie. James Harden be putting up numbers in the regular season, but in the postseason, bro, he don't be doing nothing, bro. Straight up. But if y'all like this video, man, y'all make sure y'all like the video, man. Comment, subscribe, all that good shit as well. Appreciate it on my end, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just be safe out there. Y'all continue to fuck with your boy. I'm gonna continue to put in this work and fuck with y'all.